Hello, all you Star Wars fans, and especially Disney Park fans. Welcome to Finding the Force, where I cover everything Star Wars, especially fun trips to Galaxy's Edge to check out all of the officially licensed Star Wars merch. And as always, you are listening to the velvety pipes of Obi-Dad Kenobi. Hello there, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me and clicking on my video. Let's check out what's new, what's old, and what's on sale. I'm just kidding. Nothing's ever on sale. Here we're approaching the marketplace where there's tons of stores that sell everything from creatures to handmade figures, and everyone loves a good Ronto roast. And don't forget to stop by Kat Sokka's Kettle, where you never know what they're gonna put in your popcorn. Today we're going to be exploring the most popular store in Galaxy's Edge and maybe all of Disneyland, Dok Ondar's Den of Antiquities. I hope this answers all of your recently available merchandise questions. This video was shot from Disneyland on the West Coast, and for some reason, all of you poor Floridians out there just keep getting neglected on the merchandise front. Both Galaxy's Edge parks are identical, but why is Florida totally being neglected on merchandise? I don't know. They have been plagued with inconsistent shipments of merch, so I'm sorry to hear that, guys. This video was shot in Disneyland. And of course, we have to stop and take in the view of the galaxy's biggest hunk of junk. And there's our favorite walking carpet, and it looks like he's up to some serious rebel business. You'll find that kind of stuff in Batuu. Gotta make sure I hit record. Let's check out the merch, let's do it. Did you guys know there is actually a hidden Mickey on that mural? Click that link up above, it'll take you to a short video where you can see it and bring you right back to my video. So let's start our video with some of the most expensive items you can find in Galaxy's Edge. And pause, I actually did not know what this was, I looked it up, and over there on the right is what they call a beacon bracelet that I believe Leia Organa gave to Rey in episode 8, I think. It looks really authentic. Please comment down below if you happen to know if this lights up or if it's just a decorative jewelry piece. And we've seen those bracelets, and especially that Starfinder, fun fact, comes from Battlefront 2, where you get to like speak and meet with Luke in that video game. And Princess Leia wears that beautiful necklace at the very end of A New Hope, should look familiar. And over here, for all of you who want to look just like Rey from the films, this costume is actually very reasonably priced, and so was this bag. But I mean, that's an entire full adult costume of a Rey scavenger, complete with arm wraps that are actually quite comfortable. I've tried them on. Don't ask why. And you too can look just like Rey for $79.99, which is actually quite affordable, especially compared to the youngling Darth Vader costume we will check out here in a minute. So you don't have to go to the outfitters to get a cloak. This is actually one of the newer cloaks that just came out within maybe like the last year. For $100, that is a Luke Skywalker cloak. So it doesn't have sleeves like a robe, and another adult Rey costume. Now these Padawan lightsabers are actually have a very authentic design to what they really had in the films. If you check out the lightsaber book, they look just like that. Pretty affordable price. We also have some light-sided kyber crystal necklaces. They don't light up. I wish they did, right? I would have bought 5. And these go for only $24.95. Not a bad price, really fun souvenir. A Starfinder, which I mentioned before, Battlefront 2, Luke Skywalker. And if you're a fan of A New Hope like I am, you too can look like Luke and Han after blowing up the Death Star with this Rebel Award, which is only like $30. Can you believe that? That's a really cool souvenir and would look great if you have a collection wall like I do. So my son actually has this Jedi playset, and if you put those different holograms into the image caster, it plays the different voices of Grievous and the clone and Yoda. I also have this Yoda bust, surprisingly inexpensive in my opinion for, what is that, $19.99, and you can have, they have tons of the characters, light-sided and dark. We have Yoda over here, who doesn't love Yoda? And this is a really kind of an exercise, stretchy fabric, this Jedi shirt, which is going for, looks like $44.99. Wish these went on sale, am I right or am I right? We got belt clips down below and very in-universe, like mug that looks like you could be used for tea or coffee or whatever. Jedi playset, there's the holograms, goes for $29.99. Comes with binoculars that don't really work, and that communicator, which you can hear Obi-Wan Kenobi's voice. Do you guys ever stop and marvel at the magnificent busts of these beasts from all over the galaxy? I know I do. Now, for all of you parents of younglings, you have got to consider these super inexpensive lightsabers that are going for $30 or $40. They have tons of different characters, and they actually have a few new styles that recently came out. Rey, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and really inexpensive. It's totally going to make their trip, and it's plastic. So, make sure to keep that receipt. If something happens to it during the rest of your trip, make sure to bring it back. I'm sure they'll swap it out for you. Now, that's Anakin's. I mean, who else's saber could that be? Now, moving on to the holocron wall, which has not changed since the opening, it looks like they still have plenty of Jedi and Sith holocrons. Remember, kyber crystals that you get from Savi's workshop, all the colors will work in the Jedi holocron except for the red and black crystal, which will only work in the Sith holocron. By the way, guys, two items that you will not see in this video are the Wayfinders and the new light up lightsaber stands. Those came out the day after I filmed this, but don't you worry, I did a full review of those items and more in a recent haul video. I'll put a link up above and also at the end of this video for you guys. So if you did build your own lightsaber in Savi's workshop, I do recommend getting a Wayfinder and a holocron. It really brings the most out of your investment into buying a few of those kyber crystals. And just like I said, here's a couple more of those newer designs of the lesser expensive lightsaber toys. We've got the Rey and the Mace Windu. Both of them have removable blades. I think they vibrate. These lightsabers have a lot more features. They're brighter, and I think they're even better for cosplay. They all come with belt clips. So for Halloween, or if your younglings ever want to dress up, or even for adults, they're a great deal. Even the Kylo Ren saber has removable side blades. The Darth Vader one, however, does not. They have not made an updated model of that one that has a fixed blade for the price of like $30 or $40. I think they might have bumped the price up recently. But definitely a lot brighter than all those telescoping lightsabers that you can find at retail stores. So for all of you who've been waiting, it's time to check out the lightsabers. Now, like I mentioned, I filmed this one day before this electric lightsaber stands that they only have in the display cases now, but here is all the sabers they have in stock over in Disneyland. They were plentiful, there were no shortages, and they have pretty much, I think, most of all the characters, really. I mean, Princess Leia, who is that? Plo Koon or Luminara. We got the new Dooku. I love the look of that. It's so slick. The Kylo Ren, I don't think that's ever been out. And I have to give a special shout out to my connection in the Disney parks for leaking the Yoda lightsaber a couple months in advance. Way to go. I really appreciate you. And the other newest legacy lightsaber is the Ezra Bridger second lightsaber. I reviewed both of those, and the links to those will be in the description. I did reviews on all these sabers, especially the Qui-Gon. Pretty hefty saber, however, it does have a rechargeable battery, so that's notable for you guys. You don't have to worry about swapping out double and AAA batteries. And down in the comments, I will go ahead and put a list of the 30% off legacy lightsabers that are on sale right now. And I know a lot of you guys love NeoPixel lightsabers, but you cannot find a less expensive Cal Kestis lightsaber than that one right there. Force FX doesn't even make one. That is your go-to. And again, let's just take one moment to appreciate the beauty of this immersive shop. I mean, look at how much time and attention was spent to adding every little trinket. Okay, sure, the Wampa's humongous. But I mean, everything in there is hidden. You can sit there and look for Easter eggs all day. And I'm embarrassed to say I've been there so many times, and I just finally found the hidden eyeball in that creature in the jar. There's probably a story behind it in the comics. Now, these statues, I believe, are from the sequel trilogy, and I think that they've been here since opening day, so no rush on those items, even those really cool in-universe mugs that are made from the same design as the mural when you come in the store. And down below here, there's like, gosh, 4 or 6 different currencies from different planets around the galaxy. And thanks to your comments, I found out that this Dok Ondar statue has a hidden compartment if you want to hide something from your spouse or family. $49.99 for that price. You must really want to hide it. Or if you want to be a little bit less discreet, how about this Camtono safe, which was greatly popularized by its appearance in The Mandalorian repeatedly. A lot of you guys have gone bonkers for that. Really cool collection item, and I believe you can set your own secret code. And here are those currencies. I think there's more than 4 in total. They've got calamari flan, rebellion credits, imperial credits, got some Mando money for you guys. And down below here are mystery boxes where you get a small little miniature statue. Any one of those could be inside of this mystery box. So if you like the fun and excitement of mystery boxes, this is definitely for you. Now down below, you guys might recognize this miniature Sarlacc that you've seen on my back wall, which goes perfect with the Boba Fett helmet, if you know what I mean. Now, this is kind of a really fun decoration because you can put little coins into the mouth of the Sarlacc, but it doesn't make a very good bank because it just comes right out the side and it can probably only hold a few coins at a time. But when you open the lid, it does have moving tentacles. Pretty cool detail. Now, moving along the left wall of Dok Ondar's, we have got two in-universe authentic Ahsoka Tano costumes from The Mandalorian. Oh, how adorable. For your younglings can have a little Ahsoka, and I think the belt comes with it for only $39.95. That's a pretty good deal. But this legit full-on adult Ahsoka belt, I wonder what the price is. Look at the detail to the beads and the fabric on the ribbon there. And the price is $69.99 for that. I bet you could throw that onto any in-universe costume and have a little nod to Ahsoka. Would look pretty cool. But this fabric is unmistakable. Look how it was made, sewn in with those small amounts of colors. The greens and the yellows and the blues. Really neat look. And that is going for $129.99. Doesn't look, I don't remember it being too soft. It might be a little bit itchy. Could be made of wool. And the Maz Kanata statue, I believe, has been there since opening day. Again, not running out anytime soon. Unlike the General Grievous statue, which a bunch of us are dying to come back in stock. Look at this wall dedicated to Darth Maul, man. I really like these large signs. They're kind of a new category to Disney souvenirs that might be a little bit hard to transport. But don't forget, you guys, anything you buy in the store, you can pay to have shipped from Dok Ondar's itself. You just have to fill out an extra form. This cast member, super nice, informing me that I'm holding the bust of Darth Bane himself, the creator of the Rule of Two, who makes a very small appearance in the Clone Wars when Yoda towards the end is having all these visions of the future and stuff about Anakin. Now this is also a kind of an Under Armour stretchy fabric, $49, kind of like the dark side, opposite of the earlier blue Jedi shirt that we saw. Now these belt clips, surprisingly, do work with all my other NeoPixel lightsabers from Art Sabers, the Xenopixel. All those CoverTech belt clips do work in the one that I bought from Galaxy's Edge. I've never bought another belt clip from anywhere else. And here's a really cool lightsaber bag. They've had that since opening day. Look, obviously it looks a lot more in universe, more fancy, more of a heavy duty fabric on the outside with those button pockets, and agreeably to throw on top there. Little plastic wrap, I like that so that it's protected and you don't scratch it up or ding it like the first minute that you get it. So $49.95 for the lightsaber bag. Ooh, Darth Vader's fortress, which I've secretly always wanted. This lights up and no one else in your neighborhood is going to have something this cool in their office or bedroom. Hailing to the planet of Mustafar, very unique, and again, something looks like you're going to have shipped. I don't think you're going to want to schlep that thing around the rest of your Disney day. Now this, if you have a youngling who walks into the store and they want to dress up as Darth Vader, you have an option for that, which is awesome. And I mean, look at that cloak. This is not something you get from like eBay or a cheesy Halloween store. I mean, this is like pretty authentic considering the mask just covers the front of the face, which is kind of appropriate for the younglings. But once I looked around, I did find the price tag, which is considerably more than the adult Rey costume, $149 for your youngling to look like Darth Vader walking out. Kind of pricey. So after giving it some thought, I had to have this melted Darth Vader helmet. It is really a stunning piece and definitely something you're going to have to ship. It's kind of humongous. Now, moving over here, another outfit I've been really tempted to pick up and try. The full Kylo Ren cosplay costume, completed with cloak. I believe the shirt and the arms are connected there on the right, and even comes with that neck piece. I don't know what it's called. I've heard it's not comfortable, and the belt is separate. But I mean, I tried to zoom in here to show you the fabric that they use on the outside. It's kind of a pleather, an in-universe that has a thicker strap across the neck for the cloak to be more comfortable for you guys. Something that kind of rubs me the wrong way is comment down below. Doesn't the front of Kylo Ren's shirt jacket there look a little bit more gray than it does black? Because I checked the film. It's definitely black in the movies, but it looks a little bit more gray there. At night, you probably can't tell. I mean, they definitely nailed the stitching, and the fabric on the arms looks awesome. Looks straight out of the film, but for some reason, I don't know why, it looks like a deep forest green on the front and not black. So kind of bummed about that. That's probably why I held off on it. And the Knights of Ren sign, which I wonder if should be displayed horizontal. I don't know. Continuing to move on along the left wall, we have the Sith Kyber crystals, black and red. Although doesn't Luke Skywalker have a black Kyber crystal around his neck? I'm not sure that was ever answered in canon. How much is that going for? I think we already checked the price, $24.99. Again, a little pricey for a Kyber crystal, but it does look fancy. And we have the dark side version of the medal for the Empire that's also available. Probably the same price at $29.99, I believe. Oh yeah, nailed it. More of our in-universe currency, and please comment down below. I don't remember the Empire ever having those water bottles, but hey, they probably did on a desk somewhere. You know, in all the scenes in the movies where they're on the bridge, I just don't recall ever seeing a water bottle on any of the officers' desks, but you know, I could be wrong. Empire shirt in the 40s range there, and you could pick up your very own armor with Empire logo on it and the Kylo Ren belt. Now this belt is impressive, pretty legit. It reminds me a lot of the Jedi belts you can pick up in Galaxy's Edge, but Kylo Ren's version. It kind of has a Velcro and a sleeve that covers it. $49.99 for an in-universe Kylo Ren belt. I don't think that's too bad. And yes, there are the Empire water bottles, which may or may not have been from the films. And I believe that only has one shoulder armor piece for that price, so you'll have to buy two if you want to cover both shoulders. Maybe you want the one shoulder look, you know, Star Wars Rebels. If you would like to have any of this merchandise shipped to your house, contact our official smuggler, Kevin, on Instagram, Batuu Smuggler 72. We've been working with him for a very long time. And that, you guys, concludes our shopping trip around Dok Ondar's Den of Antiquities. Thank you so much for joining me. Please feel free to click on one of these videos on your way out, one of the new lightsaber reviews, the Yoda or the Ezra Bridger. And again, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Please be sure to take care, be safe, and have an awesome Star Wars day.